want you to imagine yourself back in elementary school. The excitement that you felt, the endless possibilities, the teachers who encouraged you to dream big. They made you feel like the world was yours to conquer. If you're in Texas today, not all students get that opportunity. The reality is that public education in Texas is more complicated than we might think. Behind the scenes, a complex web of policies decide how much funding each district receives. Some policies help to shape the future by ensuring that teachers and students alike have the resources that they need. Others make it more difficult for everyone to receive the education they deserve. Today, I will give you an inside look at the pros and cons of public education school funding in Texas. I am qualified to speak on this because I personally have worked 7 years in elementary schools. I've done extensive research on the topics, and I have gotten the opportunity to interview Ms. Tanya Dinkler, the West Oso ISD High School Librarian and Teacher Incentive Allotment Coordinator. 4 key aspects that I will be talking about are the Texas Teacher Incentive Allotment, the recapture programs, attendance-based funding, and House Bill number 3. Let's start with a program that is helping to improve the quality of education, the Teacher Allotment Incentive, or TIA. TIA is one of the most promising programs in Texas education. According to Tanya Dinkler, TIA helps school districts to recruit and retain high-quality educators, something that every school district needs. TIA provides additional funding that schools might not otherwise have. TIA is designed to reward and retain teachers. Teachers can qualify as recognized, exemplary, or master designations. Funding based on each teacher's designation is then given to the district, 90% of which must go directly to the teachers through stipends, bonuses, or additions to their salaries. The other 10% is able to go towards things like professional development and other supplies that districts may need. This program is crucial because dedicated teachers are the backbone of any great education system. When we attract and keep good teachers, our kids are the ones that benefit. The funding that comes from TIA helps teachers do what they do best, nurture and educate the next generation. While TIA has its advantages, there's another funding system in Texas that is a bit more controversial, the recapture program. Under Texas's recapture program, wealthier school districts are required to share a portion of their property tax income with the state. The state then takes these funds and redistributes them among school districts that are not as wealthy. This system is designed to promote equity and ensure that all students, regardless of the district that they live in, have access to the resources that they need. This system helps to ensure that no child is left behind because of where they live. Funds that are redistributed give low-income districts the opportunity to provide students with things like materials, technology, and facilities that are otherwise not possible. Texas Policy Research Organization points out that this system is intended to bridge the gap between wealthy and less wealthy districts. And though it can be controversial, it is one way that the state tries to level the playing field for all students. On the other hand, one funding system that hurts students is attendance-based funding. Schools are funded based on their average daily attendance from the previous school year. However, they are expected to be prepared for 100% of their enrolled students every single day. Desks, materials, meals are all things that they need to have in order to provide for 100% of these students. Chronic absenteeism is not always voluntary. Students with things like transportation issues, health problems, family instability may be absent, but they still need the resources that schools are able to provide for them. Every Texan states that this system unfairly penalizes schools with already limited resources. While this is an issue, one of the more difficult ones to navigate is Texas House Bill number 3. Texas House Bill number 3, introduced in 2023, requires all school campuses in the state to have safety officers on site at all times. While this is critical to the safety of students and staff on campuses, funding is simply insufficient. Funding for this House bill was raised by only 28 cents per student in average daily attendance. This averages to only about $200 for an average-sized elementary school in the state. Additionally, $15,000 was given to every single campus to help out with this, yet professionals have stated that it might cost over $1 million to comply with all of these requirements. Armed officers, training, and security are all very important things and ensure the safety of students, but districts have a hard time doing this because of the limited funds. In conclusion, Texas funding is a complex mix of policies, some of which provide support to students and staff, others of which create additional obstacles. TIA helps with recruitment and retaining quality educators, and recapture programs help to balance funding and give equal education opportunities to all. Attendance-based funding in House Bill 3 can hurt districts with already existing financial issues. I hope after this you now have a better understanding of the pros and cons of the Texas public school education funding systems. But I have to ask, do you now believe that every child can have the education that they deserve? I'll show you, everyone.